Hey, Jeremy the Tall Trainer here. I'm going to warm up a little bit, tell you about the workout, and then we're going to jump into it. So this is a great resistance training workout with these little sliders. If you don't have sliders, you know, you can attempt to use like a towel on a wood floor or something like that, you know, paper plates or something like that, slide a little bit. But they're not that expensive, you know, and they're pretty cool. And there's a couple exercises I think work really, really awesome with. And so we're going to focus in on some things that are uniquely challenging with these and just a really basic resistance workout. But don't let it fool you. Basic is hard. All right, so this is very, very, very challenging. If some of these moves hurt, don't keep doing them. All right, so I don't want you to get cranking on this and get something aggravated. All right, so this is a pretty challenging workout. I'm going to try to give you some modifications to make it a little bit easier. I'm going to get a couple of jumping jacks here, just loosen up. So what we've got is, we've got one exercise for a minute, and then another exercise for a minute, and then a minute rest. 3 sets on that same loop before we switch. Now, the first 2 is really just one side, the other side, and rest. One side, the other side, and rest. So now, I got a minute for each thing. You may not need the whole minute. All right, so maybe 10 reps, maybe 15 reps, or maybe even less. You know, maybe where you're going to sit at with this. All right, so the goal is the challenge. The timing is to keep the workout flowing. All right, so, oh boy, let's just do it. All right, so first one we're going to do, we got the sliders here. You're going to be on the hands. If the wrists are too hard, you could do this on the elbows, you know, a little bit here, you know, to get like a slight thing, but really, you know, this is, if a workout's not this, if one of these isn't good for you, it might just be better to try a different type of exercise, you know, instead of the slider work, if this hand contact is not so good for you, because there's a decent number of that here. All right, so we're coming down. I'm going to do the reach out. I'm going to do a one-handed reach out here. Let me just demonstrate it really fast here. First, coming out, and then back up. So this one arm collapses in, shoulder weight in the air, and I press back up. All right. Timer's rolling. Ready, set, and go. So same side the whole time. So reaching out and press back in. Now, you can do this from toes. And I'll try for that. All right, but most likely knees is more like the spot you should be in. Now you got to make sure you really monitor the shoulder. Make sure it's not tucking up by your ear while you're doing this. Abs are in tight. Big work on that side that's staying back there. Yeah, can't talk while I do it. But the shoulder weight in the air, chest out, big muscle flexing. Oh, the core having a good challenge too. See if I can get a couple more before the time's up. Now the other arm, go straight away, other side. All right. Oh, maybe not straight away. I'll pause for a second. All right, dropping in, abs in tight, pressing back up. Make sure you're not bending your back. Doing this, sometimes your back will bend because your arm's not strong enough. All right, so try it from the knees, and don't go as far out. So don't reach as far if you're having trouble with it. I aim to get a workout in today too here. This is not just me demonstrating. Got 10 seconds left. See if I get a couple more. All right, we got a minute to rest. And boy, am I gonna need it. All right. So big thing, if you're getting up in here while you're doing this, it's no good. It's no good. Throw it in, do something else. All right. So you really got to keep those shoulders down. So I don't care, even if the reach is really small. You start a really small reach with the butt up in here. It's better that way than doing it incorrectly there. So our goals when we do our workouts, posture number 1 priority, then range of motion, and then the extra reps, the extra resistance, going to toes, that kind of stuff, all right? Keep that order of priority is correct. Posture always wins, otherwise the neck, shoulder, lower back could get aggravated on this one. Here it comes. Let's do it. Abs in tight. Got 7. I got the 10. Whew. It's nuts. But good. A good nuts. Let me try a couple more. Alright. That was good. I got the 12. That was clearly done. Alright, so next side. Let's make the switch here. When I go to one hand like this, or just reach out, sometimes I go for a wider stance. That's either wider knees or wider with the toes. Alright. I'm not gonna try to match on this side. Not going good. Yeah, I can do some more. Come on. Just come from the knees. Alright, rest. Oh, right now it feels like we're just doing an upper body workout. Kinda, right now. But we will get to the lower body too. One of my favorite exercises is coming up in the next set here. Alright, so give yourself a chance to shake it out. Sip some water. Some of these minute rest breaks are good for the water. You can do some little stretching out. Oh, I bet we feel this tomorrow, huh? All right, so third set, it's gonna be harder, all right? So you may have to modify, you may have to drop to an easier version, maybe go for less range of motion, but you wanna get that shaky, twitchy, like really battle out of it feeling, all right? Oh, I can start getting ready. Whew. You ready? Let's do this, all right? 3, 2, 1, muscle time. Abs tight. Head goes out in front of the hand. I'm not dropping my head in between my hand there. I'm going out in front of that hand that's staying still. Oh boy. Oh, I feel those muscles. They're happening. All right, other side. Gotta get a quick shake out. Here we go. Many rest breaks happening now. Come on, Jeremy. Come on, Jeremy. You got it too. Come on. Oh, getting pretty spent out. Getting pretty spent out here. 10 seconds. So you get a couple more. And a rest. Oh, 3 sets. More than enough, right? More than enough. Right, so now we have slide backs. So we're gonna use the legs next. Get the legs going here. You can just use one slider for this one. We're gonna slide back, drop in, and we're gonna come back up. Now what I love about the slider for this one is it forces you to have to rely on that front leg more. Most people have some significant strength deficits in the hips, hamstrings, glutes, the butt. All right, and so you're gonna notice a lot of weakness when you hit the bottom of that range of motion. Now, go as far as you can while keeping good posture. Don't do more higher if you could do fewer down low. All right, so try to really get that good range of motion. I'll show you from the side for the first set. So we're gonna do one leg for the minute. Slide back and come up. When I come up, I like to not come all the way up. Now, if you're pretty tough on this, you know, something that I might do, adding to this one, because that was a smurf from my upper body, my leg's a little bit stronger. All right, so one thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna purposefully slow down the squeeze up here, all right, to put more pressure on this front leg, almost like I'm trying to lift that foot off the slider. All right, so I'm not putting too much of my body weight on there and making it too easy for my front leg. All right, so this is not so much a fast thing. This is a focused thing, and that gets us a pretty good work. Now the thing I could do is I could add in some dumbbells or hold a weight, you know, in front here if I need to make it tougher. And again, if you need to make it easier, don't go as far down. Try it out just small. And if you have trouble with the knees, do more of a tip forward, a little bit less knee bend. All right, other side. Focusing in, digging in, pressing up. Dropping in, squeezing up there. Pushing down through the heel. Make sure that knee's not hooking across in front. Try to get the back fairly straight. So sometimes I catch myself slouching here. If you can see your back foot while you're doing it, you're definitely slouching. All right, so keep that head up a bit. Squeezing in there. You notice I don't come quite all the way up. And last times I stopped just shy of it, just so I cut out the rest break feeling at the top. Keeping that muscle working through the whole range of motion. All right, good. Take a rest. Now, I have done this before with people with a slider under each foot, so we're resting completely here. Whew. And so the front foot, I'll have them split the slider right in there, and back foot on there. Now, should only be attempted if you really know you got good balance, but it keeps you honest on body position a little bit more. But again, if we just did a tap back here, one thing that happens with the tap back is you end up pushing off your back foot too much. When you have a slider there, you can't really push off. Now you can dig down a little bit to help, but you're gonna try not to. You're gonna try not to push down in the ground too much. Whew. So I've done the 2 slider thing if I really wanted to teach somebody how to get those deeper muscles going. But 1 slider does 95% of the same thing. All right, so I'm gonna do face on this time. Dropping in, squeezing up. Now I wanna do face on here, just so you can see that my knee isn't buckling across. I'm not getting too much pressure on the big toe. Big toe's hardly in the game. If your big toe's in the game too much, then it's going through your knee a lot, not getting through your hip. So heel and a little more on the outside edge of the foot. Dropping in. Dropping in. Oh yeah. 10 seconds. Really digging, really working. Hopefully you feel your butt doing it, digging that heel in. I can feel it. So that extra focus is really coming in handy there. When I do some work like this, the one quote I really enjoy is getting a butt that my jeans can't wait to wear. I like that thought. All right, dig those heels in. I'm a guy and I don't want to have pants that fall down too easy. They need to get stuck on something. I'd like to have some glutes there that hold those pants up. I don't want just hamstrings that go into my back. All right, dig those heels in. Our glutes are one of the most important muscles in our body. The stronger they are, the better it is for our knees and for our lower back. But sometimes it takes that extra focus of pushing that heel down, digging in there, and slowly coming out of here. Oh, yes. All right, rest break. Oh. All right, so one more set. So we got 3 sets. That was 2. 1 more to go. Get those legs cooking up. And then we're gonna go for a little more in the arms, but a bit more focus in the abs. All right, so we're gonna be back to the hands a little bit. So get those arms ready to go for that one. There's a couple really good ones. Again, some of the best work. A couple of my favorite exercises. Every exercise tool has some exercises that are really, really good. I like practicing the push-ups on here because it holds you honest. That little reach out, to me, is a version of a push-up. The slide backs are probably one of the top ones for the legs. There's a little slide side things you can do, but they kind of all fall in that same category. And I like what it does for the leg that's not on the slider. The one that's not on the slider is getting great work there. All right, so for the slider, get kind of the ball of the foot about halfway down the slider there, and come back and squeeze up. Well, let me just face the other way, give you a full variety here. Drop it in, squeeze up. Digging in there, all right? Now again, if you want to make it tougher, you almost imagine like you're trying to lift that back leg off the slider. So that you're doing really, you're lifting your entire body as you're doing that work. To me, it's almost like stepping up into the back of a truck or something like that. Yes, they've got that, that deep range of motion that many people don't have the strength for. Strength or mobility. And your limitation may be one or the other. But start with the range of motion you got and slowly build on it. If you drop all the way down like a crazy person today, you'll have a tougher time walking tomorrow. Flexing and stretching is hard. All right, other leg here. Digging in. So you can see I'm tired, but I'm not getting as much. I need to focus a little bit more. If I focus, I can get more, but this is probably one where I might add in some dumbbells into this exercise to get a little more. My legs are fairly strong, at least compared to my body weight. Digging in there. Dropping in. Squeezing up. Dropping in. Oh yeah, see with the extra focus now I can get it. I was talking too much. Pushing down into the ground with that front leg. Like you're stepping up. Like you're stepping up. Oh boy, that was good. That was much better, yeah. Oh, sometimes you get a little dizzy on that. If that happens to you, it's normal. If you get too dizzy, bend over. There's no need to fall down because of this, all right? Take a moment, take a moment. All right, so next up is gonna be some ab type exercises. All right, so we got a pullover reach and we got some knee tucks. For this pullover reach, you might want a pillow or something like that, for those knees, because your knees will be digging in just a little bit there. So we're gonna do hands on the sliders for a set, and we're doing a double-handed reach out and squeezing back. And then the next exercise is gonna be feet on the sliders, and we're doing a tuck in and squeezing the hips up a little bit. See, a slight piking as you do that one. All right, so let's go for the hands first. We got a minute here. So don't go too far to start with. Just come out a little bit. If you have really a lot of trouble with this one, we'll go kind of more marching style. Out, out, in. You can feel the abs go squeeze, squeeze, rest, rest. Squeeze, squeeze, rest, rest. I would switch up which hand is the lead hand if you do this alternating one. And again, the farther you go out, the harder this is. I'll try the double. Oh yeah. Now, when you're doing this one, your back is going to want to arch. Pull those abs in, tighten the butt cheeks, and try to stop that arch from happening. That's hard. All right, so feet on the sliders now. Hands on the ground, knee tuck ins. Knee tuck ins. All right, here we are. A little bit of piking up, so that means the hips pop up a little bit. Oh, I feel those abs going. 20 seconds, abs tight. When you come out, make sure your back doesn't arch when you come out. Oh, your abs are gonna get real tired. Better to rest and then try again. Then to keep going for yucky ones. All right, whew. Rest break. Oh, we got 2 more of those to go. That'll be sweet. All right, so we start with hands on there, okay? So the big thing with the core in all exercises is make sure you're actually using your abs on purpose. Otherwise, hip flexors and lower back will take over. All right, so if I'm in some of these things and my butt sticks out as I'm doing this, I'm reaching out here and I got this arch and tailbone sticking out. It's now my hip flexors and my lower back are doing more. My abs have checked out already. It's already gotten too hard for my abs to be able to control. All right, so you need to step back the intensity so your abs can still do it. All right, so the big one for this is maybe a range of motion. Make the range of motion smaller, maybe more rest between reps. All right, go, ooh, ooh, get it, pause, get it, and pause. Let's try it again. Here we go. Need a sip of water. Reach out. I'm not role modeling the water drinking like I should be. Reach out. Remember, you can do that marching style too. Because this is nasty. I mean, theoretically, it's possible to do this from your toes, but I'm not going to do that because this is hard enough. This is hard enough. So there's no limit on that, basically. I mean, you have to be an incredible athlete to be able to nail these awesomely from the toes. Now I just caught myself, my head dropping hard. So try to watch out for that. If you can see your knees while you're doing this, it means your head's dropped. And I was looking at my knees. Yeah! All right, feet on the sliders, tuck ins, tuck ins. All right. Hips pike up a little bit. If this starts to get too much of the wrist, this one does work fairly well on the elbows here too. I might even like it more that way. Oh, I feel it. Pull those abs in hard, like you're trying to snap your belly button to your spine. 8 more seconds. Oh. Need the rest break. Definitely need the rest break. You're not doing nothing when you're resting. Your body is doing a whole lot of work to recover you to a place where you at least have a shot at doing some of that again. All right, so I mean, if you want to jog or something like that on these rest breaks, that's fine. You know, you're up for shuffling around. I could do a joggy jog. But the goal here is catch some of the breath, restore some of those muscles because we are going after them pretty hard. One more set, and this workout is done. All right, so just 3 sets of these things. Oh, it's good to go. We had big arm set, big leg set, big core set. Right, core set. No, maybe it's like a core set. All right, here we go. God gave us a back brace when he built us. All those abs are the back brace, but typically they don't flex like they should. 'That's questionable. My back was starting to arch a little bit. Tight, tight, tight. Don't look at your knees. I'm saying that to myself as much as I am to you. Tight, 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 tight. When you reach out, tight. Keep those abs tight. I'm gonna go marching style. Because I'm failing out. I can tell. Alright, feet on the sliders. So hopefully you're finding a good spot for you. Doesn't have to look exactly like the way I'm doing it, but it's a good challenge for you. I'll try the elbow version again here on this one. That's a good time. Last set, last exercise. People always talk about their abs, myself included. When it's time to do the abs, make sure you challenge them. Oh. 15 seconds? Is that 15? I can do this. Come on. We can do this. Oh, got it. Oh, we got it. All right, so big arm, big leg work, big ab work. Some great stuff done there. The main limitation I see with the sliders is that squeeze back row is tough to come by with that. That's where tools like the suspension trainer, dumbbells, barbell, external weights come in really, really handy. Or again, a suspension trainer or something like that, you know, can come in really handy for some of that particular stuff. So we used the reach out and that pullover action to get the lats to do a little bit in there to still get some influence in that upper back, and then just all the while holding posture to do that. So it's not a perfectly balanced workout, but it's pretty good. And if you held good posture, you'd be decent off. The only thing is maybe every once in a while you need to get some more of a full-on row action, you know, in there as well. All right, so as Jeremy's saying, have fun, be safe, God bless. God, thank you for a body that can do this work. Help everybody who does this workout, you know, to get some good benefit, to be safe, and that they are stronger for it. If we're sore tomorrow, help it to be a soreness that that makes us feel that we've done something good. You know, help us to be stronger because of it, and that it doesn't delay our next workout. That we go after it, we get warmed up, we get another workout in, so we keep our body moving and keep it loose. In the name of your Son Jesus Christ, amen. See you later. Until next time.